position to integrate various stages of translational research into forensic casework. And I'm going to show this through a series of examples of how research that has been undertaken in the lab has been used to apply in the field. So let me begin with a case which Dr. Mohan actually mentioned in my intro. Now, this case, I'm going to focus on post-mortem sex identification. And just to give you all a background to sex prediction, now sex assessment is actually very necessary in skeletal remains because we just don't know whether the remains belong to male or female. Obviously, the soft tissues are not there, and in skeletons, it can sometimes pose a challenge to assess the sex. And correct sex identification excludes 1/2 of the population. Remember, we have males and females at 50% each in any given population. So if you are in a position to correctly identify that the skull remains or the skeletal remains belong to a male, then obviously females are excluded. So you're just restricting your further investigation to just that 1/2 of the population. So this saves time and it assists the police in post-mortem identification. And when we assist the police in post-mortem identification, ultimately it contributes to solving the case, in solving the crime. Now, a simple research that we did about 13-14 years ago, and when I say we, it included the expert on today's panel, Dr. Sudhindra Prabhu, and we undertook this research wherein we measured the mesiodistal and buccolingual dimensions with a digital caliper, and we did this on about 105 dental casts of primarily young adults. So they were not younger than 19 and not older than 32 years of age. And what we did with these two measurements is that a new statistical method called logistic regression analysis was applied. And the logistic regression formulas that we derived produced, surprisingly, a very high sex determination accuracy. Previously unheard of 100% correct sex prediction was possible using these formulas. And this was published in the #1 forensic journal, which is the International Journal of Legal Medicine. So this was published about 10 years ago. And coincidentally, that very year, we were able to use its findings in a real life case. Now, the benefits of this research was that it was a new, radically different statistical analysis that was used. And logistic regression analysis was applied for the first time in forensic dentistry. The high accuracy of up to 100% in sex assessment was considered to be really something very useful. And also, this type of analysis gives us something called as probability. So the provision of probability rates in individual skeletal sex assessment was possible. That is, we are able to say whether there is a 70% probability that the remains belong to males, or whether there's 85% chance that the remains belong to a female. So that was an important benefit of this type of research and statistical analysis. So the research also created a database of dental measurements, and this made it very useful in developing customized logistic regression formula for use in real life cases. Remember, research, we are able to present formulas for ideal scenarios. But in a real life case, we may be presented with a situation wherein we have a totally different combination of teeth, and therefore the formula published in the research article may not be useful, and we may have to actually develop a totally new formula, customizing it to that particular case. So this database of tooth measurements allowed us to